only exists so goodly. We're back to doing the Jackalope. We are back. Finally, after all this time. And since I had so much time today, he is almost done. We are working on sewing in his neck lining. And he looks a little scrungly right now because he had to go on an adventure with me. But we'll hopefully get his neck floof looking a lot nicer afterwards. So for now, we're going to finish sewing up his lining, and then we're going to move on to putting in his tongue. He needs a tongue sewn still. And then doing the final detail work. So hopefully, actually, we might get his entire head done today, which would be fun. So for now, we will do this, which I do already have most of his lining sewn in. I just have this last little bit right here to stitch across. Now the fun part with this guy is that he's gonna have a floofy chest floof, very poofy. I didn't want to do a donut because a donut seemed tedious to have as a separate piece from the head. Hi! You're here! But yes, he's gonna be so poofy. I need to find the brush. It's at the brush somewhere. Dang it. But we'll get him nice and brushed out. And he might need another rinsey, floofy blow dry to get his hair to actually look as nice as I want it to. Because right now he's looking scrunkled. Very scrunkly. Hello, baby mans. You should be laying down taking a nap. He is very much awake. Baby mans, despite just coming up from anesthesia maybe an hour ago, is very, very awake. His hips are fine. They did the x-rays, they checked his back and all that too, just in case. And they said everything looks perfect, so he's good. Bingus has a weird bald spot on her head and a little divot where they cut out her skin tag. But she is also doing fine. They said it would look really, really gross. And then it would turn into a little black scab, and then it would look better over time. So, biggest thing is just keeping baby mans from chewing on her, because he loves to do that. Say don't chew, which is why we got the skin tag off in the first place. Yes, it is. Bald! Bald! She's bald and she's torturing people who have hair! But both the dogs are good. They're both fine. It only cost me $500 to find out. Ugh. Which honestly is about what I was expecting, so... But upside, we're almost done with this guy. I've been up for so long. Being up since 6 a.m. means you get a lot of stuff done by 4 p.m. Yeah, literally as soon as we left Frankenmuth, we saw the clouds just rain, just a straight sheet of it. And I was like, oh, we gotta drive through that. And then there was some lightning, and I was like, ah. And it was raining really bad, and I was like, damn, we just gotta get to the highway. It'll stop raining once we're at the highway. And then it did, because there was no rain there, so. It did rain over here for like 2 minutes. For some reason. Just need to take a nap real quick. I also got very tired as soon as I got home, and I was like, man, maybe I should take a nap. I should probably take a shower first before I go to bed or anything. But I probably will go to bed early tonight, just because being up that early is too early. After being up super late last night, too. Because I don't normally go to bed that late at night, but you know. I was awake for some reason. Do I smell good? Do you just need some lovin's? He's a little droopy. He's very much awake, but he is a little droopy. Like, he's not sure how he feels about being awake. Don't eat stuff off the floor. You don't need to eat duct tape patterns. Here, you want to come lay down? You come lay on the rug? You like laying on the rug. He's also very hungry. Boop, the baby man's. You wanna boop boop? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, no, little baby. Oh, you smell weird. You smell like vet. Yes, you do. You smell like the vet. Oh, the little baby. He's so melty. He's so melty. Can you lay down? Oh, yes. Good boy. Yeah. Bingus, actually, was barking at the vet. They went back and they brought Forrest out first. And Bingus lost her mind. Like, she was barking. I'm like, that's not Bingus. And I'm like, no, that's Sarah. That's Sarah barking. And I'm like, she's not a barker. And then Forrest started barking because Sarah was barking. And I was like, yeah, that's where she gets it from. Usually he starts it and then she barks. So I was surprised that she was barking. She was very upset that they didn't bring her. Yeah, exactly. She was very upset that they took him. And then they brought her out, and she's fine. All good things. All good babies. They didn't give her any pain meds, which I'm surprised by, considering they lasered a hole in her noggin. But supposedly, you know, the laser cauterizes it and kills any nerve endings that are there, so she shouldn't feel any pain. She definitely isn't right now. She's taking a nap. She's over here in her chair taking a nice long nap. Yeah, no, Big Man's is definitely a little droopy. He's just also wound up tight. Very, very hyper. But yeah, they said his x-rays were good, and Bingus did good, everything went well, no problems with the vet visit. Forrest is healthy, and Bingus no longer has a giant skin tag. So huzzah! And now we get to just finish this guy up and hope that it doesn't take me 8 years to do it, because I'm almost done. I'm so close, like so close to finishing the lining and everything for him. Oh, so close. hopefully I can get the lining done fast enough. I can show you what he'll look like stuffed with all his poofy floof. We'll brush him out nice. All the good stuff. And then we'll work on making his tongue. Because I want to make... So his tongue is going to be the same color as the Minky, I believe. If I know what I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I actually drew it. Let me use... Everything's open. Yeah, I didn't draw it. So it's not on the reference sheet. But we're going to do his tongue the same color as his ears. So he'll have a hot pink tongue made out of mochi minky. So it'll be a little bit thinner, but also stretchy. A little bit stretchy. And hopefully not too hard to make. Tongues usually aren't that big of a problem to make. They're pretty quick. There we go. Come on. Oop. And it's just the last little bit. Come on. It is toasty in our house, though. Like, it's warmer in here than it was in the McDonald's. The rain helped cool stuff off, but now it's hot. Go. I also think I might want to try a new shaving tip that I learned that I was told works. I don't know how good it'll work, but I was told it works. And that is to take a razor and very gently go over the fur. Which I kind of want to do because I do have some uneven spots on his shave. And I think that would help quite a bit to just kind of even it out. But I'll do a test patch first, because the last thing we want to do is go at him with a razor and then have it not work. Because it's like very minimal spots that are just a little bit uneven that I want to go at. But I'm hoping that'll make him look a little crispier and less fuzzy. Because, like, yeah, he's a fursuit, you know, but, like, I want him to look a little sleek on his face. And mostly I just want to even out the uneven spots. Like, there's a couple seam sections that I could go out with scissors, but it's not going to be very good if I do. Like, it'll be better, but it's not going to be great if I go at it with scissors, you know? So instead, we'll just, you know, go at it with a razor, maybe. And hopefully that works. But he also needs a brushing anyway, because, again, he's a little scrunkled. A little scrunkled from being in the car and stuff. Trap. Go. And the last itty bitty bitty bit. Teeny tiny itty bitty bit. I totally forgot to stop and talk to the lady on our way out who was talking to us. So I just left in the wind like a mysterious stranger that she'll never see again. Maybe she'll bring the grandkids to Johnson's, though. That would be funny. That would be hilarious, actually. And there we go. So now, here, we'll plop them up on here real quick. Oh, he's gonna look great. He looks, like I said, he looks a little scrunkly right now. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get the brush, and we're gonna get some stuff. Just brushing this section makes it look so much nicer. And like I said, I'm gonna wash and blow dry later because he's a little, yeah. This fur was not stored very well at the actual store. And I will say, as far as this suit goes in particular, I am not a fan of the hard cut from here to here. But I don't really know how to fix that. Normally the back of the head is a little fuzzier, a little furrier, so there's usually extra hair there to kind of blend that seam out, but as it stands, nope. And then we will brush his face, all his extra little tufts. And there we go, our pretty little boy. Pretty little boy who needs a bath. Still pretty though. You can be beautiful and stinky at the same time. It's a possibility. So now, big old bag of stuffing. It would actually be helpful that I didn't do. It is hot in here. Good lord. Toasty, toasty. There we go. See, that would be helpful, huh? Sorry, Dingle. There's his front all nice and stuffy. Gotta not take his horn out on the wall. That would be helpful. Oh! Sorry! You're right, that is your ears. I thought it was the wall. Let's go like this. So then hopefully... Sorry! I didn't mean to scrape you guys' ears. I thought I'd bumped the wall, not the microphone. Ugh. I'm such a professional. I'm sorry. It's because I'm quiet otherwise, that's why. How much stuffing is too much stuffing? We don't know. Probably this much. This much is probably enough stuffing. Yeah. See, now we got our big, beautiful, poofy baby. He's missing a little stuffing on this side. I didn't stuff this shoulder. Yes. Yes is too much stuffing. A high enough amount. That's how much. Okay, a little bit more. Like right there wasn't stuffed at all. I keep bumping you. I'm sorry. Headphone warning for literally everybody all the time. Because I am just bad. Just terrible, awful. But there we go. Noggin. All stuff. He actually looks so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Like, I knew he was gonna be cute. He looks just like his ref sheet. With a little less white on it. I still want to fluff up his fur on his neck floof. Just because I feel like there is not a whole lot there. I'm also still deciding what to do about the back of his head because, like, I don't know how I feel about this line. This harsh line from... Normally I don't have this issue. This is not something I normally run into, so it's very weird that I'm having this issue of a hard line from the top of the back of the head to the head fur. It's like this side's not so bad, but whatever's going on right here, I'm just gonna brush it backwards. Brush it backwards, and then back down again. I'm going to try to pick out those seams as much as possible. Yeah, that's a lot better. A bit better of a blend here. Because clearly I did something for it to not want to... blend nicely. There we go, we got our nice floofy baby. And my white thread is everywhere. So now we'll probably just do his tongue. I just gotta get out the fabric for it, which I don't think is in there. I think I honestly have it. That's not the motion key. There it is. Found it. This is the pink I want. I have so much fleece in Minky. This entire tote is just crammed full of fleece in Minky. It's stressful. There we go. My legs are getting sweaty. I'm going to go turn on the AC real quick before I do anything else. Alright. There we go. Fan is on. Now I get to do all the nice work of getting his tongue, which is going to be hard because Now I have the hard work if I can't tilt his head back on the mannequin. Look what I did myself. It's my own fault. There we go. And then scissors. You gonna lay down, bud? He's like, no. No, I will not. Perfect. So then, those are for his hand paws. Move him out of the way real quick. So I actually have table space to work with. Sure. Shoot, which direction is this going? It's going this way. Okay. Just gotta make sure I got it traced properly. Oh, shoot. It's fine. Okay. Sometimes with the Mochi Minky, especially on the lighter colors, you'll run into the issue where it doesn't really... when it stretches, you can see the Sharpie through it. So I was worried that I put it on too dark. It's fine. It's okay. I'm big smarts. Mostly just big luckies, let's be honest. Huzzah. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright. Hi, big fish. Here, yeah, can you... You're sitting on my cord, baby. Bingus would panic the second I touch the sewing machine. Forrest will sit there as I pull the cord out from underneath his booty. Oh, you're so melted. You're a melted baby. And you smell weird. You smell like the vet. Like chemicals. thought I sat it right here, but that's no good. It's definitely not good if I don't know where that went. I had another one of these metal pieces. And it has my other bobbin full of thread in it. And I thought I knew where I'd put it, but I guess not. Uh-oh. It's around here somewhere, I'm sure. I just don't know where. Oh, but I need that one specific. Gosh, dang it. Okay, I have to find that one. Because that one is set for big boy thread. If I were some big boy thread, where would I be? Sit it over here, anything weird like that. It's not on my chair. Forrest, did you eat it? Did you eat my stuff and things? Let's see. Down here for some reason. I think it'd be in any of these, but you know, it's always good to double check. Alright, in that case, I have to go get my other thread bobbin. Because the thing is I have the tension on this set specifically for this thread. And it's a pain in the butt to get that proper, so I don't want to mess it up. It's already perfectly fine. I could have sworn I had it sitting over here with the sewing machines. And I'm wondering if maybe I knocked it off, if it fell somewhere. But I don't see it. So that is, I guess, future me's problem. It just means that I'm not going to use the heavy duty thread on his tongue. At least not for the machine sewn part. Which is fine. He doesn't necessarily need the heavy duty thread for his tongue. I just prefer to use it when I can. Because, you know, it's heavy duty. It'll last longer. But it'll hold up just fine on the Minky. Even with the lighter thread. But odds are I just have that piece sitting around somewhere in the office. And it's just going to be annoying for the sake of it. If I was smart. And I return. Huzzah. So now hopefully hopefully we can flip this out no problem and have the perfect whittle tongue for our bun bun. Well, it turned out a little warped. But that hopefully shouldn't be an issue in his face, because we're gonna tie down the back and then we're gonna tie down the middle anyway. But it's real hard to get Mochi Miki to behave. I might actually try. Hold on. I'm not going to turn it up too high because I don't know what the Minky is made of. And I don't want to melt the tongue. But I would like to try to iron it flat. Just because he's real warped. It's a real folded tongue. Bingus, your boo-boo's on camera. You know that. I hope you know that. Just going to like a protective layer. Alright, I think that is enough. So we're going to let it cool, and hopefully it'll stay flat. And then we can sew it in. This is by far the least three-dimensional ton I've ever sewn. This is the flattest boy I've ever made. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Let that cool off. Ugh, I'm ready for a nap. Ready for a big ol' nap. I might take this before. There we go. Between the stuffed neck and the goggles on the head, it's not the easiest to get on and off the head. Not the worst I've ever had to get off. Usually the ones that have a lot of stuffing in the back of the head, like mohawks and stuff, are usually pretty tedious to get off the backs, get off the heads. But I actually want to, yeah. It's got such a teeny tiny mouth. And a big old tongue. I may have made his tongue too big for his mouth. But you know what? That curve is working in our favor. Look at us go. Turns out I'm just secretly a genius. Huzzah. Oh, good lord. Alright. This is why I like to put their tongues in before I have all of the head and neck on, but I didn't have a tongue. So, I didn't. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. And what it is annoying. Oh well. In fact, actually, I think what I'll do is save myself some sanity, and I will remove his stuffing. Because then this way I'll be able to actually see inside his neck. Just so stuffing things. And then once he's all done, let go. He'll be alright. Oh, we got it. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now this is honestly one of the biggest benefits of lining fursuit heads is that now I can put it like that. And that is gone. Hidden. Never to be seen again. Eh. Now he has a tongue. So now we can restuff him. Hi, big ass. Yes, you're a good girl. You're the bestest baby. Bestest baby, Bingle. Now he's all nice and poofed again. And he's got a little tongue that I have now curled up. I'm actually going to... Oh, it's like wearing a pillow. A pillow I can't breathe out of. Oh dear. He is great. He fits comfy. Is it still healing? This suit has very low breathability. The mouth is not big enough. And then the neck actually kind of pushes it closed a little. which does not help stuff. It's not the worst thing. But it's definitely not my most breathable suit, which is interesting. But it's turning out really cute if you don't mind being a little extra toasty and having to carry around a fan, I'm sure. He's turning out really good. If I'd known he was going to be that toasty, though, I would have added a little extra ventilation. And of course, that's the thing, too. You can take out some of the fluff so it doesn't come up as high. Which would help quite a bit as far as keeping that mouth open and breathable. So you can take out some of the front fluff if you wanted to. But it's like wearing a pillow, like a neck pillow. Jay would love this head. Jay needs to know about this. Maximum comfort. It is extremely comfortable to wear this head. I didn't expect it to be so nice. You know, when I got into it, I expected it to just kind of be like any other fursuit head with a little bit of extra effort to get in. But no, it's like wearing a neck pillow. Like, I would happily take a nap in this suit. Granted, I'd probably sweat to death in it. But you know, in the middle of winter, oh, I'd so nap in this suit. So would take a nap in it. This guy is a cutie. I love him. So now, the next biggest thing is to trim up some details. Throwing scissors. I just want to trim a little bit around his eyes so that way they're crispy clean. I actually am going to leave this extra little fluffy tuffiness around his horn. I feel like that gives a much cuter, more natural look to him. I feel like if I trim that short, it's just going to look odd. I trimmed around his eyes a little more. Hold your head up. He can no longer hold his head up because all of his back floof is in the way. All of his back floof is keeping him from sitting upright on the mannequin. He is a cutie. Alright. So now the biggest thing. I know I don't want to do black on him. Black is going to be too dark for his color palette. So our options are gray, which I think could work nicely. White, which honestly will probably look better. I think I like the white more. And I guess that's all of our options. Yes. Go me. I thought I had like some pink or blue. I do have a blue, but it's a dark, like primary blue, and that is too dark for this, I think. I mean, I can still test it. Because, like, it's a blue, and that is definitely too dark. It's gonna look ridiculous if I do that. I thought I had some pink or, like, light blue felt. Now, I could, do, Rainhole. I could do the pink Minky. Problem with that is that I don't think that's gonna look good around the eyes, because like that's what makes the eyes pop, is the pop of pink in them. And I feel like if I just outline them, it's not gonna look as good. But I think, because I don't like the idea of doing the gray. The gray seems, it doesn't fit with the palette. It doesn't fit with the pastel vibes, despite being a pastel-y color. Like, it's not fitting. So I think doing white on white is what we're going to do. We're going to do the white fleece. I think that is our best option. Not fleece, felt. So that's the big thing too. If I do the Minky, like here's a strip of the Minky, like that's it's so vibrant next to the eyes that I think it's too much. It's too hot pink. Because then like the eye blanks are vibrant, but they're not the same shade of pink. They're a bit of a darker pink, a more natural pink. So they're just gonna get washed out if I do this on that. So we're gonna do the white. Because where did that go? Here we go, strip of white. Yeah. The white all the way around will look much nicer. Honestly, I kind of want to not do it at all, but I don't like the naked edge around the eyes. I haven't done a naked edge in forever because it just doesn't look as finished. Now, granted, I'm not going to do it this wide. I'm going to stretch the felt out to be skinnier, but we'll just do white all the way around instead of the gray. Because, like, I thought about... like, the gray's kind of cute. You know? Like, it's not awful. But I feel like it's going to take away from the overall design. Whereas the white, I feel like, is going to hold on to... yeah, the white's going to look so much better. Because, like, there's white in the neck floof. The neck floof is white underneath. I can actually show you. I'll go like this. It's just the ends that are colored, so it's all white underneath there. And I feel like that just really, that plus the white eye blanks, I feel like it's going to make it with the pastels really, really pop. And that's what I want, is I really want the pastels to be the vibes here. So I think that's definitely... I wish you would keep your little noggin straight up. Is it not a good sound? Is it a bad scrunchy sound to you? Because it's not that loud on my end, but also you're like pointed right at the fursuit head. He starts doing fursuit ASMR. And like I said too, the suit needs a nice blow dry. I think once when I get him washed and blow dried, he will be real fluffy. Not just a poof, but fluffy. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that about you. I'm learning things. I'm learning things about my friends. I need to get out while the hot glue in. Gosh dang it. There we go. Because he has a little glob in his eye blank right here that I want to... Not that you're going to see it, but it's going to bug me. So I want to just smooth that out a bit. This particular set of eye blanks messed up a little bit while it was printing, and for some reason printed an entire layer in the middle. That just across the entire eye, so there's like a line where that layer was. That one had a particularly big glob from when I went to melt it down to clean that up. So I just wanted to sand that off real quick. Are you toasty yet? Not quite. She's just not into you. Now I do wonder if it would benefit me to put teeny tiny little nostrils right here. I'm gonna assume no. I think doing that would be too much. What are you about? Huh? Just one particularly long hair for some reason. There is a seam right there, so that's most likely why, but... That is the issue I run into the most often, is like face seams causing areas of particularly long fur for no real reason. I did not. I literally got home, ate my ice cream, and then started streaming. So I haven't really looked at Telegram yet. Start the left eye because that'll be easiest. a bit big by 2 sizes, but I'd rather have some extra room in them and not be exact than be uncomfortable. Yes! That is true. Except for when it's too big and having extra room makes them uncomfortable. That's the problem I get with shoes, is there's no winning because they're either too tight or they're too loose, and either way they cause problems. That's the issues I usually get with shoes. Gotcha. That's good. That's not so bad then. I don't wear a lot of like boots or heels or anything that have zippers, so. Want to remove, because I'd like that to be as much in the corner as possible. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that eyeball. That is looking good. That is looking so freaking good. Can you see that? I can't see it on mine because it's tiny on my end, but his little eye line. It does blend in, I think, on camera. Yeah. But that works. It works very nicely. Because then it doesn't detract from the suit at all, you know. Now, we'll do this side. This guy's so stinking cute. It's been a while since I've made like a really cutesy suit. Like the neck suit was kind of cute, you know? Like it was supposed to be kind of like cute vibes. And I love the neck suit. He turned out wonderfully. I absolutely love how he turned out at the end of the day. But it's just not the same as doing a cutesy suit, you know? Like a suit that is cute from head to toe on purpose. Like straight up from design perspective to actual execution. Cutesy. And I feel like the pastel suits are really what do it. Because, like, every time I see a suit and I'm like, oh, that suit's beautiful, that suit's absolutely adorable, it's almost always a pastel suit. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think, especially in recent years, we've kind of been conditioned that muted colors are the best choice, you know? They are the desired choice. Even if it's not millennial gray. Generally the softer, cuter colors are what people seem to turn towards. And to be honest, I wasn't sure how well this design was going to turn out initially, just because of this neck fur here. Like, look at the boy. Look at him. He is so cute. He's just a cute little guy. He's a poofy, cute little guy. But I love it. And, like, I was really worried. I was really, really worried when I was patterning it that this shape, right? Like, don't mind the fact that it's a little loosey-goosey right here, because it was designed for someone with a bigger head than my head. But I was worried that this neck definition to the poof wasn't going to be noticeable. And, like, even on camera, you can kind of see it goes boom, and then it goes whoomp, you know, down the neck poof. And I'm hoping with a wash and blow dry on this neck poof, I can actually get that to be more exaggerated without having a lot of stuffing in there. Because I could stuff it more, but I don't think that would actually build up the shape. I think that would just make it more dense and firmer. This is more like a gently stuffed pillow right now. Very light, very comfy. But oh, he turned out so cute. Oh, I want to squish him just until he explodes. The cute aggression is real. But I think now that the head is done, right? I got everything. There's this one little spot up here I do not like. Get back in there. Put on this side. Does this side have that issue? No. This side behaves. Yeah, no. Okay. There's just that one spot where there's a seam that meets there, and I'm probably going to go back and stitch over that later if it doesn't behave. Just because it's driving me nuts personally. I don't like the way it's sitting. But I think this guy's head is done. With your baby, just a fluffy. I love him. I love how he's turning out. And again, I'm really, 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 really hoping that after stream when I do the that he'll be even poofier. But I think we're done for now. There's really just you and me in here. It says 2, but I don't know if it's counting. You're here! Oh good, there's 2 people here! Yay! I know, he's turning out so cutesy. He's turning out so good. We had a long day today. I've been up since 6 a.m. So now we're gonna switch over to doing his hand paws. But I am hot, I am melting, the office is so toasty today, and I might explode. I love, you can't even see it on camera, but he does have his little his little unicorn horn. He's got his little... The vet did go good. Bingus is bald. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they did shave a tiny patch of her head where they lasered off her skin tag. She's doing good. She's a good bingo. She's a good baby. Forrest is probably taking a nap. They said everything was fine with him. He's perfectly healthy. His hips are good. His spine is good. We're all good. So, no issues there. But we got there at 8 a.m. I've been up since 6 because it was a bit of a drive to get there. We got there at 8 a.m. and we didn't get to get them back until 2:30 in the afternoon. And then I drove all the way home, ate some ice cream, and started streaming. But I know you were talking about picking up your suit, which you can't see, but it's in a giant box right now, waiting for you. If you wanted to meet up this afternoon, because I know you're talking about doing an unboxing. We could still meet up this afternoon if you still wanted to do that. Okay. You email me and we'll talk about it. Email me. Because I don't know... If I can get you the box this afternoon, I'm probably not going to go to the Fur Bowl this weekend. Because it's a really long drive. And I just spent $500 at the vet. So I don't have the extra gas money now. But yeah, you email me. I'm going to skedaddle and cool off, hopefully in the living room. Probably take a shower. But I don't think we're going to do a raid today, because it's just the three of us. You, me, and that other guy. All three of us. Oh, and I guess Bingus, so that makes 4. There's 4 of us. Huzzah. But yeah, so I will see everybody next Monday when I stream, I guess. Which, hopefully by then, I'll be doing a refurb and not a pre-made. But I want to try to get as far as I can with this pre-made before I start the refurb, so that way I don't have as much to do when August rolls around. Because then I can hopefully bump up my commissions, and it'll work. So, bye guys! See you on Monday!